Hello, this is Nate Tucker, Senior Functional Consultant with goVirtualOffice, and welcome to today's Fast 5. In this edition, I'll be demonstrating assigning file cabinet restrictions in NetSuite in under 5 minutes. The file cabinet is a useful tool in NetSuite to allow users to store files and attach items to transactions. If you're not setting restrictions, anything that is in the file cabinet is available to most people that have access to the system. With that being said, let's get started on File Cabinet Security in NetSuite in under 5 minutes. In our scenario, you've been tasked with creating and controlling access to a payroll folder in NetSuite. This needs to be accessible to anyone in the SWF subsidiary with either the controller or the CEO role. So one of the things we've already done in the previous session was we created a group. So now that we have a group assigned, what we're going to do is we're going to navigate into our documents, files, and our file cabinet. In here, this is where we're going to create a new folder by clicking New Folder right here. At this point, this is where we are going to name our folder. So for this one, I'm going to name it pretty specifically, and we'll go ahead and assign our name right here. So SWF payroll file, so SWF is my subsidiary name. So what we can do is we can come over here and we can set that restriction to our subsidiary. Additionally, we could restrict it by class, we could restrict by department or location. What these will allow you to do is these are inclusive, so they would need to be included in each one of these to see that folder. What we also have the ability to do is we can go through in here and we can restrict by group. So one of the groups that I created in the previous Fast 5 was for my payroll and controller and CEO. So that's the folder, the group that I'm going to use for the security on this folder. Additionally, you have the ability to add a description to this folder, so we'll go ahead and add one in here. This is another example of where we could use the enhanced text feature in NetSuite by clicking here and have AI clean up our description a little bit. So it cleaned up a little bit, not a whole lot of difference. So now as we look through some of these other options on here, we can assign that we could make this a subfolder of a different one. What is this storing? Well, we're going to store documents and files. Again, we could add any restriction over here that we want. Additionally, you have the ability to make it private. So if you are going to create a private folder, just know that you would be the only one to see it as well as an administrator. But other users won't have the ability to see it. If you ever needed to make it inactive, you have this option right here. One of the big callouts I'll talk about is this restrict by group. Is if you are choosing this option and it's a dynamic group, which means that it's driven through a safe search in the background, what you will need to do is that snapshot is updated twice a day. So just understand that any changes you make to roles and assignments, it may not be immediate at that time, so just know that it will refresh multiple times throughout the day. Additionally, when you are creating additional folders underneath this one that we create, so we'll go ahead and create this, so we'll save it. If now I was going to create another new folder below it, it's automatically going to inherit the restrictions that I had assigned on it once it sets it up in here. So now all we would have to do is in this folder, we can go through and we'll go ahead and add our file. And we'll go ahead and select it right through here. And there we go. I've just selected my file and I just uploaded it right here. And now anyone that is not part of the group that we have on this, so if we go up a folder and again back to our payroll folder in here, SWF payroll, we can always review those permissions right here. If someone is not part of this group, they will not be able to see it. And that's all you need to know about File Cabinet Security NetSuite in under 5 minutes. Reach out through our website, goVirtualOffice.com. Otherwise, feel free to call us at 888-773-2123. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.